Hey guys, my name's Joe, and tonight I'm joined by friend Dave. Dave, hi.
What's up?
And tonight we're going to be playing Zombies Ate My Neighbors. This is a LucasArts joint, lovingly. All the LucasArts games in the 90s were generally very, very good. And this is one that definitely gained cult status, yes?
Absolutely.
And I invited you over because this is one of your favorites, yeah?
Definitely. Top 5, in my opinion.
Top 5. Now, I know.
On the Super Nintendo.
I know you gave me and Joey shit because we weren't as fond of it as you thought we should be. But let's discuss some of the basics here. Box art. It's got a very, Day of the Dead 1950s feel.
Absolutely. I think that's... oddly enough, that's why I played the game the first time. It was on sale at, Montgomery Ward or Sears or something in a bin filled with Super Nintendo games, and I dug through that and I found that, and the box art grabbed me because it is really striking. Not just the coloration, the font, the live action pictures. It just looks, draws you in. Looks exciting. Looks different.
All right, fair enough. She's gonna murder you ignoring her call. Yeah. Back of the box. What do we got? We got our usual screenshots. We got an extra screenshot here, 5 instead of the usual 4, and they're kind of wobbled all over the place. What I do like is it's all gameplay images. So what did we play? We played something the other day where half the 3 of the 4 images were cutscenes. They were animations or something. It was this isn't the game. This isn't
right.
anywhere near representative of what you're going to find. So we see, what's over? Museum, or is that the tomb?
Castle.
That's a castle?
The castle tile set.
Look at you. You remember.
Oh, man.
We got the football field. This is the department store warehouse.
Warehouse, yeah.
Bottom right, we got the backyards. And top right, also the castle?
Yeah, like a dungeon.
Sarcophagus in the wall.
Yeah. None of the pyramid, which, is
I'll say that's
cool
kind of thing.
set.
That's why I thought that top left one was going to be the pyramid. Because I remember the pyramid when me and Joey played this on stream for our 24-hour charity thing. The pyramid is just one of the levels I remembered. So we do have a manual for it because, as any good popular game goes, easy to find manuals for. Actually, I like this little zombie dude popping out of the back. That's a strong 16-bit zombie there.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Going through, we got our table of contents, of course, and then your how to save the world and what's going on. A lot of good screenshots in here. A good explanation of what all your power-ups and things are, which is nice if you're able to pay that much attention to the damn thing. My issue with figuring out how to deal with this game is the fact that you're moving so fast and you're always running. There's never really time to take a break because if you stop, the zombies will kill the neighbors. And that just makes the future levels that much harder. Because the fewer neighbors you save, the fewer there are to save later, which just means you lose faster.
Yes and no. If you get to the point where there's only one neighbor, then you're in the level a lot shorter time.
Yeah.
So the chances of you dying are less. Although if that one neighbor dies, then it's game over.
Right. That's what I mean.
But yeah.
I do like in the back here, it has all of the enemies in their sprites. It's not just a hand-drawn piece of art. It actually looks like it's the sprites ripped out of the game assets, which I love, because then you're you really know what they're... And these Tommy the Evil Dolls. Fuck those little things, dude. Because isn't the only way to kill them with a soda grenade?
It's the fastest way. So one of the interesting things about the game, and unfortunately it doesn't tell you, but it hints at it. Some items work on the bad guys in different ways, like the blobs.
Yeah.
If you throw a popsicle at them, it's a one hit kill.
I did not know that.
Yeah, you play this game enough, you learn that kind of stuff. The weed whacker is really effective on the pod plants.
Yeah. Well, that makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah. So you get this interesting dynamic of things work differently on them, even though. It doesn't necessarily make sense. It's like popsicles killing the blobs.
It freezes the blob. I guess, yeah. It's like using an ice cube to get gum out of your kid's hair.
Yeah, okay.
I don't know.
Maybe that's the logic. I like
We got a little screenshot here from a number of the levels. These are the these are the bosses, maybe?
No,
I mean we got Big Baby there
right,
and the giant worm.
and it even tells you when they show up, which is kind of cool.
It's just, yeah, it's not like a full, because there's 55 levels. It's not like a full listing, obviously, but you get 6 of them there. Just I guess is a smattering of maybe this is what you're going to see. Hints and tips. Weapon. Here's what he said: weapon may work better on one type of monster than another. Find the question marks for bonus levels. You've ever seen? It even gives you a tip. Have you ever seen frozen Jello? Why do you see holes in ceilings? Would you need air holes if the walls were solid? So if there's a hole in the ceiling, it's saying blow a wall up, I guess. Write down your passwords. Well, we have save states for that shit. Use those first aid kits wisely. We thought long and hard about what to call this game. Other game name ideas. Zombies invade suburbs. Zombies needs barbecue sauce.
That's a good one.
The Zombies Wrong Turn at Alpha 6. Suburban Zombie Bake Off. Grave Consequences. Please don't feed the zombies. That's nice. That's kind of funny. It has, like, the round table discussion of what do we want to name this game. Would have been interesting to be in that conference. And this one has someone wrote down passwords. So that's other than Konami's hint line.
Well, and also, I mean, those passwords are great. Being 4 letters.
Instead of 29.
Oh, yeah. Or symbols.
Yeah,
oh,
some
man.
games are crazy like that. I said this was LucasArts. Wasn't this a LucasArts game?
Yeah, it is.
Konami published it, I guess? Why would it have the Konami hint line in it? Intriguing. I was pretty sure it was LucasArts.
I mean, it could be both.
Yeah,
Konami and
definitely Konami. I don't see the LucasArts. Oh, there it is. LucasArts, 1993.
Yeah.
Huh. They work together, I guess. I was unaware of that. So.
How many games are made by 2 prolific...
very prolific game companies.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Hey, Wizard, how's it going? Your favorite couch co-op. Yeah, it's my buddy Dave's one of his favorite games ever. That's why I got him over here. We're going to play it. We're weaning ourselves towards a semblance of normalcy again because, thankfully.
To prove how much this game means to me, I actually
Hey,
wore
Monkey.
my Zombies Ate My Neighbor's shirt.
Oh, look at it. He even has a shirt.
Can you see it pretty well?
It's hard to see.
Yeah, it's all pixel.
Yeah,
Pixel
also
art.
it's not a great camera.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, my buddy Dave, we've been friends for a long time, and so, I mean, we had you on the Ninja Turtles one too, Turtles in Time.
Yep.
Did we have you over for Smash Brothers? Or Smash TV?
I don't think so.
Can't remember. Anyway, yeah, how Monkey. Monkey, you said this is one of your favorite games of all time too, right? I think you said something like that on Twitters. You're in first control, my man. Start us up. Watch me be awful.
Oh.
You want the boy or the girl?
I don't care. I mean, I'm used to playing the boy because I played with my sister growing up.
I'll be the girl. That's fine. I love them 3D glasses. That says a lot.
You should watch that if you ever go to prison. I don't want to.
I'll be the girl. Just don't drop the soap. All right.
Well, that's
interesting.
You didn't hit start. I take it. That's a downfall
to hit B.
of this.
I forgot I had to hit start during the play.
Yeah, you have a small window of both being able to hit start in order to
Gotcha.
kind of I mean, it's
There's the LucasArts logo.
happened many a time.
I like watching the game a lot. I only played about an hour back in the day.
Ready?
Okay. There we go. You only played it about an hour back in the day, but you like to watch it. All right.
Okay, so yeah, get your bearings.
Why is the squirt gun and pause is actually pause? Oh, there's the mini map.
Yeah, and this honestly is, I mean, you got to pull it up every time.
I'll just chase him. Come here, baby.
A changes your
Weapon.
item slot. And I think X changes your weapon. Or
We got 3 more left to find. None of them on our radar.
oh, it's yeah. Okay, so it's B changes your weapon.
Ah, shit. Get away.
Not great. Not great start.
Nah, we're doing it. Come on, get on the right plane. Oh, I rolled right out the exit.
those cabinets are random rolls.
Yeah.
So they could be anything. You could get a monster in it which damages you, or the red potion is the best item.
I've watched a few times of different streams and Adam's playing for a bit watching Dies Hilarious. Such a good game. Well, we'll see how far we can get tonight. Evening of the Undead. One of the first roguelike styles. Are the levels randomly generated? Did you just take both the rocket launchers? How rude.
Yeah, well.
Man, you'll probably do better with them than I would. I didn't realize the levels were randomly generated.
They are not.
Oh, they're not?
No.
Okay.
They could be. I mean, there's really a strong
possibility.
Yeah. I mean, some of the levels do feel like they were more randomly generated. No keys. There's a map here. This one.
Look at you. You remember the freaking hole in the bushes?
Yeah. I mean, okay. Next time we get to a hole in a bush, I'll show you. I mean, you can spot them.
You can tell them.
Yeah. There's usually like a semicircle.
How do you open cabinets?
You just walk up to them.
Okay.
I mean, it is somewhat of a danger. You gotta hit him in the middle.
Gotcha.
There is somewhat of a danger, like I think last level I got one that was a monster and it does 1 damage to you. 1 bar of life. Spread the power-ups around. Alright,
Ah! Where are we going?
Right here, last guy.
But the items are random. Yes, the items are random.
Yeah. Yeah, the trash can, like any object you open, those have random stuff in them.
Gotcha.
And you can get really lucky. Like I said, the red potion's probably one of the best items in the game.
Is that the one that turns you into the monster?
Yes. The other...
I picked one of those up, so...
Other really nice thing is the...
I don't know where we're going here.
get this. Take it. Yeah.
Whee. Oh, isn't this where the Chucky dolls are?
Yes.
God
they're
damn
in the
it,
supermarket. Yeah, this is also a level where it's easy to lose people. There's some on this right side. All the way over here.
Guns.
Oh, yeah, grab that tourist. Anytime you get close to them, that's usually they have the highest chance to get killed. Because you being around them, then monsters will
Come over there.
sometimes just spawn and then they'll be close by. There's popsicles coming up. Grab one, grab the other. Mystery potion here. 3 left. Get some tomatoes. Tomatoes aren't great. They have their uses. These are important though.
What's that?
Blow up clowns. Oh, we just lost. See, that's usually how it happens. You get close to a neighbor and then a zombie just like walks towards you and through them. Let's go this way.
So how do you change weapons? Is it B?
B.
Yes, okay. Baby. Get the baby.
Baby.
Stupid tourists.
Yeah. I do really like how the different neighbors are worth different points.
Yeah.
Like the teacher's worth like 10 points. The cheerleader's worth 1,000.
Nice.
The tourists are each worth 100.
Alright, side tangent. Favorite zombie movie?
Oh man.
I'm not actually a huge like horror movie buff, so
Yeah.
I probably. Oh, what do we kill those dicks with?
You just drop clowns and then run past them. Yeah, this is where the clowns are super important. We need that. Yeah, the clowns are. This is about the only way to do this level.
See, I don't think that's something Joey and I ever figured out. Is that the clowns are what distracts the zombros?
Oh no!
I'm definitely following.
As far as zombie movies, I mean, like you, I'm not really into horror. Shaun of the Dead is nice. Let's get this one. Shaun of the Dead's nice. You know, it's funny, pretty lighthearted, not super gory or gruesome.
Yeah.
So I think is a nice. See that kind of circle there?
Yeah.
That's how you know.
There's a hole.
Yeah, there's where you can go into it.
Gotcha.
Yeah, Shaun of the Dead is probably it just because it's easy to.
Stop it!
Yeah,
Pricks.
you gotta eat it sometimes. I forgot he had a bazooka. Oh.
I think zombie movies. What's that? Zombieland.
Oh,
I think
yeah,
it's probably my
that's a good
favorite.
one.
Like oh shit! Go away. Yeah, I like Zombieland. I thought that was a really funny movie.
Yeah.
And it's not zombie horror, but it's zombie hilarious. I don't know where I'm going. Away from him.
Yeah.
Run, Booger, run. Hey.
Yeah. This.
OG Dawn of the Dead for Wiz.
Yeah.
Hey, Gazing Glare, welcome in. This is one of the first games I remember playing. Just happened to be with that guy on the right. Hi, David. It's Matthew.
I mean, I've got two cousins named Matthew.
Fair enough.
They're both pretty cool. One of them I played this game a lot with. He lives in Florida, and the other one is in the armed service.
Well,
They're both great guys. I don't know. Grub. Oh, it is. Yeah. Okay.
your
Yeah,
cousin.
we played this game a lot.
Right on. Well, welcome in. Welcome to the chat as we run around this and die. Do you carry health over, or do you get
Yeah,
refilled every
no,
level? No,
you
yeah,
can't,
you can.
yeah.
I'll say I'm almost dead.
So I mean, you want to try and
Not
make
die.
it. Well, make it as long as you can before you use a med kit.
Okay.
Oh,
You got the key.
I got lucky to grab the weed whacker. Doesn't look like a weed whacker. Oh
shit.
no. Okay.
Sorry. Oh, hey.
Yeah. It meets back up. Get that baby. Go on.
Ah.
Oh, are you kidding me? I'm gonna have to use med kit. Look at me. I guess it's good I grab him. Yeah, it's a lot of fond memories playing with Matthew as well as my sister. It's a lot. And I was telling my kids, I mean, they're getting old enough to play more complicated video games. Oh yeah,
God damn it.
and I was telling them about this game, and the thing that sold them on it more than anything was the giant baby. I told them that there's a giant baby you had to fight, and they were so excited.
Oh shit, the monster killed me. I didn't realize there's only one health. Bam, bam.
That is
Screw the
bridge.
pooch.
Yeah, it's the downside of just rummaging through cabinets. I was gonna let you get that.
How's that, a fire extinguisher?
Yep, which works well on the babies, those baby dolls. If you just shoot them with a squirt gun,
Yeah.
they turn into like little fire monsters, and then you can extinguish them. There you go. Get the last one that's on this left side in this house, I think. Okay, we're both out of keys.
Can we get through? Can you blow a hole in the bush and just walk us through?
Yeah.
Let's see. Alright.
Make it easy.
Ah! Good thing.
There's one. And a key.
Just don't waste the key on that door, huh?
Oh, we got to. There's a baby in there.
Stupid babies.
That's the unfortunate thing. We lose one neighbor, and I don't know, there's a set spawn location for all the neighbors.
Is there?
Mm-hmm. And,
so they're not randomly placed?
No. No, only the items are.
Right on.
Well, the items, I should say the items that are in things are random. So if, like bazooka on the ground, medkit, the stuff like that, that's actually out. One more, and I think they're in the bottom right corner. Medkit. It's the teacher with 10 points.
10 whopping points.
Yeah. Yeah. But,
So did you ever beat this game as a kid? 55 levels is a lot.
So no, I never beat this game.
Did you ever like pull the passwords out of Nintendo Power or something just to be like?
No. Oddly enough, I don't know if this game was ever featured in Nintendo Power beyond like maybe a blurb or something. I don't. I mean, I picked this game up not based on anything in Nintendo Power. See that, like brown.
Gotcha.
Yeah, not based on Nintendo Power, just because it was on sale, and my mom said yes.
And you're
you
like,
can get a video game today.
Oh shit, that's You grab something, you don't care if you know what it is. You're like, Mom said I could get a game.
That was a giant bin of Super Nintendo games. I feel like it was like late in Super Nintendo's lifespan, so that is another really powerful item.
The gold brick.
It's like a treasure box. It is. You open it up and it's like Indiana Jones and the Ark of the Covenant. Like it opens up and like
lightning kills everything.
Yeah.
Right on.
It just does a bunch of damage. So if you have them, that's a fast way to eat through bosses.
Yeep. Ah.
Yeah, mummies do a lot of damage. Another powerful weapon in the game, it has like a little, once you walk through those, those come out. Best not to use good weapons on all these zones. No, I'll start trying to find it. I don't have any. We got 2 mystery potions. Mystery potions are a grab bag. Because they could either kill you instantly, turn you blue, which makes you invincible and you can just walk around, or refill your health. So a lot of times it's maybe not worth it. Or turn you into the monster.
So I remember turning into the Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde thing, and that's always great. Because, you basically just rampage around running into shit.
Oh, yeah.
Like, you don't have to worry about health at that point, right? Like, you just kill everything you touch.
Yeah. Well, it's good on those levels like the hedge maze where, we lost another neighbor. The neighbors can turn into werewolves. So then you instantly lose a neighbor, and also then
have
you
a
have
bad
werewolves
guy right on your face.
But after so many levels, they will put more neighbors back in the game. Ooh, I better pull that kid. There's one more in this bottom. Yeah, I mean, in this situation, if there was only one neighbor left, I could see like speedrunners
Drop into one neighbor just to quickly get through it.
I have never watched somebody speedrun this game.
I'm sure someone has. Someone's tried to
Absolutely.
speedrun everything, so I keep getting stuck on walls. I'm a bad driver.
Yeah, the controls are like really tight. Yeah, this is a good level for items. There's a lot of stuff. I feel like there's a secret in this level. This is where... Oops,
fire extinguisher. Oh, shit. I didn't realize I had my...
bazooka?
Yeah.
Well, the amount of times that happens is far more than you'd ever want to admit. Okay, there's one here. And then on this side...
Ah!
I think plates work really well on mummies.
Oh.
Yeah.
So I got plates.
I don't know if they work very well on anything else. How many keys do we... Yeah, 3. Oh.
Sorry.
Yeah, that's okay. Show you a cool secret.
No. Big room full of money.
Not that. Frankenstein. Oh.
What happened?
There's a monster in there. There's the curtain.
That's pretty cool. So that's just like a little Easter egg they threw in.
Well, you actually fight him.
Oh, nice.
There's a 1-up in here. And a med kit. And it's not worth fighting him. You can kill him.
It's just not worth the effort.
Yeah,
I think it's neat that they put that in there, though.
there are Frankensteins in later levels, but I mean they're one of the stronger enemies. But yeah, there's lots of secret levels. I think every 5 levels there's a secret level.
Okay.
Which, I mean, I haven't seen the majority of them. And they're hard.
Yeah.
It's not like...
I mean, the game itself is...
Right. Well, you would think a game this difficult, you'd get to a secret level. Bonus level would be like, here's a bunch of free items and stuff, extra lives. But
Alright, so what do we use to kill the baby?
oh, we're on the baby level.
Yes, we're on the baby level.
Red potion.
Red potion.
It's a red potion. Also, the sooner we get out there, we can save people. Because they just start dying.
So I don't have a red potion, apparently.
Oh,
and I
thought
died.
you did.
I thought I did too. Maybe because I died earlier, I lost it, I guess?
Or the chest, or the crucifix. I think that's what it's
I don't
called.
see any of those in my thing.
There's a way to get him in the corner, and I can't remember. It's almost difficult with
Jesus.
2 people.
Weird little bastard.
You can get in the house and like
Sniping.
hit him with the. Here, okay. What items do you have? They're like
I got dinnerware, gun, fire extinguisher, weed whacker, bazooka, soda cans. I don't know what the hell that is.
tomatoes.
Grapes. Oh, tomatoes, popsicles, plates.
There's a med kit in there. You should get. I think I've got 2. Yeah.
Yeah, I've got 1, which I need 1 actually.
Yeah. Go ahead. There you go. I thought you grabbed that chest.
I thought I did too.
Oh, there's one down there. Go this way. Oh no, we can't get that way. How do we get it?
Blow a hole in the wall.
I'll go this way.
Shit. Baby. Stop it! Move, woman!
God, he just won't
Yeah!
stay still to do damage to him.
Murderous bastard.
This is by far my kid's favorite part of the game.
Well, yeah.
And also, oh man, now we gotta blow a hole in it.
I wondered about that.
Yeah, line it up.
Oh.
It's unfortunate. Oh, well.
Shit. Where the hell are we supposed to...
Okay.
We're gonna get stomped on again. I'll say you're out of health.
Yeah. Okay. I guess this.
God.
I thought it protected me. No, I guess not. Let's see what this does. No. Now I'm poisoned. I just walk around aimlessly.
Ouch.
Yeah, maybe take that med kit. Because you only got 1 health
Oh,
left.
I didn't realize it was...
Oh, there's the chest.
It's in the other thing.
Yeah. There you go. It does a lot of damage. Eventually, I'll stop
Oh, there's
being
my red
poisoned.
potion. My red potion's just in the other
Yeah.
item slot. I didn't realize that.
Oh.
No wonder I couldn't find it earlier. Get out of the poison water.
So, the boss enemies like that drop skeleton keys. And
Need that to get through the actual
Snakeoids
exit.
levels the same way. You have to kill a Snakeoid in order to progress. So.
Fucking Snakeoid.
First,
That reminds me
first
of-
password.
That reminds me of Graboids.
Graboids.
I have not seen Tremors in forever.
I'm guessing. I mean, all these, a lot of this content in this game is
90s,
horror movies,
80s, 90s,
monster
bad
movies,
B movies
stuff,
and
yeah.
stuff.
I mean, the idea of having these like everyday people being attacked by monsters.
Yeah. I want to know who decided that the two teenagers would be the heroes, though.
Okay, this is the blob level,
So,
and I'm slimed, so I can't do anything but run around.
Nice. Alright, well, I will try to icy pop them all. Where's our mini map? Ah, fud. Now I'm blob.
Yeah. They're probably in the house. There we go. Baby. And the neighbors can get blob too, and it doesn't kill them right away. So you see that they're blob, and then you have like a kind of like
What?
a little. It has to hit them directly. Yeah. For a game that's pretty loose with your hitbox, it is not with the enemies at all.
It is
At all.
Johnny on the spot.
Yeah. It will forgive them, but not you. I can't. Oh, jeez. At least the being blob makes you immune to
Blobbing.
any other damage. I'm gonna.
Med kit.
You need it. I
Yeah,
got two.
I'm out.
I gotta take one. Ugh. God. You just throw the
Bullshit.
popsicles right over the top
God
of them.
damn it! This is horse shit.
We got one left, and they're in the fungus. Oh my god! Well, just run for it, I guess.
Oh shit, I'm gonna die. Yep, there I went. Oh, I'm out of lives. Yeah, we all knew I was gonna die. Love the bad B-movie inspired enemies. Yeah, the game's definitely got a lot of that. No
The
similar.
warehouse.
This is the baby level of
Yeah.
death.
The Chucky level.
Yeah, it's. I think this game, you know, like you said, you played it a lot by yourself. And obviously, I think playing it by yourself probably, Chucky Dolls of Doom, playing it by yourself probably makes it a little easier because you don't have to worry about getting screen locked by your friend who's stuck in a space. But I think also that this is one of the games that probably shines better in the fact that it is couch co-op. Like, there are plenty of games that I do not care for unless I'm playing with another person. And like Bomberman, me and Joey played that the other day, and we didn't even realize that the old Bombermans had solo play. But they did, and it's not bad. But when you play Bomberman, you play Bomberman to play with people.
Yeah.
You know, I mean,
It's like Pong.
yeah, like
It's like its own sport.
yeah. And Kim rocked our faces at Bomberman naturally. She's actually really, really, really good at it. I'm awful at Bomberman, much like I'm awful at this. It just pointed out by the fact that you still have 3 lives, and I am out.
Well, I was trying to let you get more neighbors thinking that your points would rack up and you'd get more lives.
Yeah, no, not enough. Not fast enough.
Yeah.
That's alright. It is what it is.
Getting cornered. Yeah, I mean the amount of play I put in this with, I mean,
Well, that dude's toast.
yeah, that's where it goes. Like playing with my sister growing up, it meant that. What's up, Joey?
Hey Dave, are you enjoying this? I don't like this game.
I love this game.
I know.
It is very near and dear to my nostalgic
You ask us to
retro
play
gaming.
it every 24-hour live stream. It's not a bad game, for sure. I just don't like it.
Well, I mean, what is retro gaming other than like
Difficult ass
well,
game.
hitting on those memories of the games that you played growing up? That
Yeah, and this is one that you played the shit out of, and I just didn't. And Joey obviously never had the opportunity out of sodas.
no, they killed another guy
Oh.
when I was trying to switch over to my.
It's way better at this game than we are.
Oh, dude, like I'm done. He still has all of his lives.
I'm just watching for like 30 seconds, and I can already tell that you're way better than we are.
Yeah, I mean, I just died last level, so I got pretty far. But yeah, I ran out of lives. He still got the 3 that he started. Well, no, you did pick up 1 extra one.
Yeah.
So you did lose a guy. You're still doing amazing.
But I mean, playing with my sister and cousin so much,
Yeah.
like that element of getting screen locked by someone else who, well,
Not as good.
I mean, what it's your sibling, so you're like,
And you don't have a choice
what's
but
wrong
to play
with
with
you?
them.
Yeah,
When you try and get them to quit, and they're like, "Ma,"
yeah.
you're just like, God damn it, just die already.
There's a lot of bonuses in this level, but it's super risky because it's basically a giant field of weeds. So,
So
we're
once you
down
run,
to 2 neighbors.
well, you know,
Yeah, and the titles of them.
Yeah.
Mars needs cheerleaders.
yeah, the titles are all
So
takes
good.
on old B movie horror movies for sure.
Oh,
Oh, look, it's even the ack.
yeah.
Good old Mars Attacks, bros.
And this is one of the only levels.
And
with-
football dudes who beat
Yeah.
the shit out of you.
This is one of the only levels that you get footballs. And bubble guns. There's bubble guns in here somewhere. Man, I don't know where these people are. Yeah, and since I dug this game out and I've been playing with my kids, obviously playing with a 6-year-old, it's kind of a handicap. So
Jesus, I can't even imagine, dude.
this may sound crazy, but you can actually just beat up that ship.
Oh,
Yeah, you gotta pretty much use soda cans.
and toss them up on it.
You know,
That's interesting. But you can even kill it at all. They got one. If she wasn't in the house, she'd probably be toast too.
no, that doesn't save them.
Oh, really?
The other one was in the house too.
How was it? That sucks.
Yeah, yeah. This game is very
Brutal.
unforgiving.
So many of the games back then were, man. Like Joey and I have definitely ran across some games that are pretty generous.
Yeah.
And then that is not the norm though. We have ran across many more that are just brutal as hell, and you're like, well, that sucked. And don't get me wrong, like I'm okay with a challenging game, but sometimes you get that whole thing where the Nintendo was battling the rental market, and those are just facts. Like Nintendo made the games harder for U.S. release,
Yeah.
and so you're just like, well, this, it's just wrong. Like, why would you do this?
Well,
But
I mean, when you can't make a game long,
make it hard. And that's just kind of, yeah. I mean, that's kind of the onus behind games back then. Like,
yeah.
you couldn't, I mean, these were 4, 6, 8 megabyte cartridges, even for worse back in the NES days, when they were,
yeah.
tiny. Like, yeah, you couldn't build a 12-hour game. So you built
Yeah.
a 3-hour game that was just so fucking
yeah.
hard that you had to memorize every aspect of it, which is just the thing that we're never able to do, because is this the last game in this set of 5? It is. This is the 250th game
Wow.
that we've played for the show.
Wow. Congratulations.
And
What a game.
at 250 games, like, to dedicate the time to have gotten good enough to play these, it would never happen, And we've gotten criticized for that before. They're like, well, you didn't put enough time into it to really get the game. I'm like, I get that, and that's generally, you can fairly criticize us for that. If we hate a game that someone loved, and they're just like, well, you didn't play it enough, and you're like, well, probably,
Maybe.
probably, but I'm like, on the same token, like, we can't put hours and hours and hours
Right.
and hours and hours into this. It's just not going to happen.
I mean, it's fighting
I mean, we
games
could,
are
I
a
guess.
prime example of that. Like, they're hard,
Yeah.
you know?
To learn all the moves
Right.
and everything.
To be able to actually beat a fighting game, it either has to be really easy or you have to put a lot of time into it.
Right. And fighting games are one of the better ones for the abuse of save states. I mean, we get that at least. But that's your shtick. You play a game for an hour. That is our shtick. That is how we process, and that was the whole concept when we made the show. Was like, look, we're going to play each game for an hour, and I'd give you a review after an hour of gameplay. Some people get bitter about that, though. There was one game we played that some dude on YouTube wrote like a real lengthy statement about why our review wasn't valid. And I'm like, look, dude, I get it. Like, and the dude wasn't necessarily wrong, because it was an RPG, and Joey, it was an RPG where you could you couldn't skip battles, or you weren't supposed to be able to, but Joey kept reloading save states to get past them.
I remember that. It
And
was
so-
a little painful to watch because
Yeah.
I'm like, just fight him.
Yeah,
It
and
takes
so
those
yeah,
time.
by the time he got into a fight he couldn't avoid, there was no way he was gonna beat
Oh
it.
yeah.
And that's Joey's fault. But I mean, also he wasn't enjoying the game. It is what it is. I will say that through the 250 games, I have found a number of games that I never played before that I really, really enjoyed. Some of them I've picked up physically because I was like, I want that game. That's a game I really, really liked. And I want it in my collection. But stuff that I'd never played before, like I actually hadn't played probably half of the games for the Super Scope, and we dug up and played all but I think 2 of them. And I got rid of, I think, 3 of those because I did not care for them. But, and shmups are not my genre of choice. But, like, I picked up Gradius 3, one, because it has the Konami code in it, so you can really cheese it out. Also because it's one of the 5 launch titles, and I wanted all 5 of the launch titles. And then Strike Gunner STG, I ended up really, really liking that game, so I went and picked it up. Because it happened to roll through the pawn shop that I go to all the time one day. I was like, holy shit, I'm buying that. Yeah, it's been a lot of fun going through all these games.
Oh my god.
Giant ants!
These are. Oh, I'm gonna die because
Yeah,
I
you
couldn't
are.
change to a better weapon.
Do they go after the clowns too, or what?
Yes. Arguably, ants are one of the hardest enemies in the game
Oh,
because
yeah, look at them go over the goddamn wall. Those and the Chainsaw Bros.
they can go over any wall, including walls that somebody can't
Usually go
cut.
through, yeah. Like the bricks.
The other thing that makes them difficult, just stole
He
that.
just picked the fucking weapon up.
If they get on you and start damaging you,
Yeah.
they will
Just suck the life out of you.
It's so hard. You cannot run away from them. They stay on top of you.
Brutal.
And he's gonna. The red ants, I think, are faster. But yeah, they're difficult. But I mean, sticking with that monster movie trope, look at that guy taking that away. But the monster, giant ants attacking the earth.
Yeah.
Like this neighborhood, like who really wants to live here? There's
Nobody.
You've got zombies, killer dolls, chainsaw maniacs.
Well, I mean, they didn't start here. You didn't buy the house.
Oh my god.
This whole level's just one big maze, isn't it?
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Well,
Ant.
you
Yep.
could have killed. There
Yeah,
we go.
they're dead. Bum, bum, bum.
I gotta get to a place where a door can spawn. At least there was that first guy.
No bazooka fired. I mean, look, level 17. You're a third of the way through it. I think me and Joey skipped to the last level once on one of our 24-hour streams and died, like, post-haste.
Because you skipped to the last boss.
Without any weapons or
And
collected
it's-
items.
The second time you fight Dr. Tongue, when he is a giant head, I think, right?
I don't remember. I remember the giant tongue.
Well, his name's Dr. Tongue, which
Yeah.
is pretty funny. But the first time you fight him, he's a giant purple spider, and it is incredibly hard. Yeah, you got to do so much damage to him. It's ridiculous. And the last time, I think he's a giant head.
Squid men of the deep.
The creature from the Black Lagoon.
Yeah, for sure.
And one of my favorite things about them, when you kill them, there's a nice little... yeah, I have no idea where this neighbor is. I think this one's always in a set location, too.
They kill the crap out of you.
They turn into fish when you kill them?
And they just flop around.
Yeah.
Nice.
Man.
I like that the kid has the 3D glasses. Because that was a very 80s thing, too. When all the people were trying to make 3D
Well, like 50s.
everything. Was it 50s?
Yeah.
Was it that far
Well,
back?
what I'm saying, like, you know, goes into that whole, like, monster movie,
Yeah.
you know, like, time period kind of thing.
I don't remember ever seeing a movie billed as 3D with those glasses. I remember, like, posters and books that came with them. And Rad Racer for the NES.
I have nothing to back this up except for, like, a wild guess. I want to say Jaws 3D might have been
A thing.
might
Red
have
and
been
blue
the first.
glasses. I'd be tempted to look that up just to watch it sometime. I've still been trying to find a pair of those. Like, they don't sell them anymore.
Yeah, I mean, they come usually with stuff.
Yeah. Because I've got, like I said, I have Rad Racer in the other room. And I've never gotten a pair of glasses to play it with. Like just fast zombies.
Yeah.
Now, have you ever played the sequel to this game?
I have not, and until maybe a year ago, I didn't even know there was one.
Yeah. I don't think I knew there was one until we played it for stream or something. And it was because I was looking up a bunch of Halloween-themed games. And I was like, well, I know Zombies Ate My Neighbors is going on there. And the
Yeah.
other one's called Ghoul Patrol.
Right.
And
right.
I was like, oh, shit, there's a sequel? And we played it. And we actually... And Joey, like you said, when he popped in a minute ago, he didn't care for this game. And it's not my favorite game by any stretch. But I definitely preferred this over Ghoul Patrol. Like, Ghoul Patrol played way worse.
Yeah. And
Like-
that's the unfortunate realization I had. I was like, oh my god, there's a sequel. And then I looked at it and I'm like, this doesn't really look like a sequel. Oh no.
Mean dogs.
Oh no, go, 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 go.
Get in the
Are you
damn
kidding
exit.
me?
They sat on the door. Fucking campers.
But yeah, it doesn't look... I mean, it has kind of the same characters,
Yeah.
right?
They tried to, like, up the quality of the sprites, but that caused it to slow down.
Right.
And so it just didn't play as well.
Oh.
Oh, snakeoids. I think this may be as far as Joey and I ever got.
Oh, shoot.
Was the snakeoids. And I know we used codes to get to the later levels just to try them out. But
I cannot remember. There's a really good way to, like,
lock
get
him
him in
down.
a corner.
And this is, you have to kill him, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he's the skeleton key.
The only way you can avoid it is if you get lucky enough to have a skeleton key drop someplace, which,
Because it's random.
yeah.
So the game could actually like randomly drop a skeleton key for you.
Another red potion. Yep, there we go. Yeah.
Health. I mean, there's that at least, I guess. The Ark of the Covenant. Back up.
And it doesn't do any damage.
I'll say they're
to
not even flashing, dude. They don't care. They're just laughing at you. Alright, so we discussed favorite zombie movie. What about just favorite B-horror movie? Or favorite B movie, I guess, like that, yeah?
Well, my favorite monster movie, can't really call it a B horror movie,
Sure.
I would guess, is John Carpenter's The Thing. It's...
You know, I'm not sure I've ever actually seen it. Like, I know what The Thing is. Like, pop culture has burned that into my skull from, like, parodies and, you know, comics and everything else where it's basically parroted. But
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever actually seen the movie.
I would say, I mean, it's not a good movie
Hey,
to
Joe,
watch
the
after
3D
eating
glasses. Thanks, Monkey.
I don't know if there's anything over this way.
Copy that link down for myself. I figured Amazon probably had it, but I'd looked for them before and couldn't find them. I mean, that was probably a couple years ago. It's not like I have gone searching thoroughly. $11.99, and they're plastic framed. So, I guess at least you're not likely to like tear them. Wonder how sturdy they are. Rating 2.5 out of 5 stars. Only 9 ratings though, so who knows? And there's a .com version too. I would imagine there is. Hey, Def, how's it going? Welcome in. Got a friend Dave sitting with us tonight, playing Zombies Ate My Neighbor. I say Dave's playing it because I died a while ago. But so favorite monster movie? You said John Carpenter's The Thing.
Yeah.
Don't you have a second key
There's-
still, or a key already?
Yeah, there's a...
We got 2 health, 1 health. Medkit, medkit.
Probably should just go for the end and not go for the extra items.
Fair enough, Mikey.
Are you kidding me?
Look at him. Just avoiding the sodas. I'm not sure how that worm managed to miss you, though.
That is one of the worst things about this game. If I have a bone of contention, it's that once you collect so many items, it is really hard to cycle through
them. Yeah,
to
for
get to
sure.
the one you want.
Like,
for the
this
to
game
get
could
the-
have benefited from an actual, like, pause menu select.
Yeah.
Like, quick pause the game. That way you can see all your shit at once and pick the thing you want. Especially since you have to try to manage an offensive and a defensive slot. Like, because to try and figure out, like, if you're trying to switch weapons and then suddenly you're like, oh, God, I need a med kit, and you're trying to do both. Like, and if you're sitting, because you can't sit still because the enemies are just, like,
Yeah.
all over the goddamn place. And Lord forbid you're in a level where it's like the chainsaw dudes who literally come right at you. I wish it had a left and right scroll select. LR, that would have been good too. Where was I at? Oh, favorite monster movie. I'm trying to think of a favorite monster movie, really.
American Werewolf in London is still pretty highly regarded. A lot of people like that. It's
Yeah.
good. Another movie with great practical effects.
Oh, ooh. Yeah, it counts as a monster movie. They Live. With
Oh.
Rowdy Roddy Piper.
Yeah. Yeah.
That was such a good movie. It's so awful, but it's like
It's not awful.
it's awful. It's
great.
bad. But I just love the alien faces when he puts the glasses on because you can tell they're like absolutely like a rubber mask. Because when they talk, the mouth's like
Yeah,
it's so shitty looking, but it's such a good movie
Oh, yeah.
in that it's bad.
I don't think it's bad.
Yeah.
I have a very
Soft spot.
yeah.
Revenge of Dr. Sung. He gonna get you.
Probably.
Yeah, They Live was a good movie. I haven't seen that in a while.
It was on like whatever, like on demand,
Yeah.
like a couple years back, and I just watched it over a lunch break. I was like, it's man, I love it so
I
much.
wonder if it's on Netflix or something.
Oh, the
Curious.
only guy.
Yeah, right there, you ran into him randomly. It's too bad the exit doesn't show up on your radar so you could walk off and try and find some other
Right.
power-ups. Because then, yeah, having to go back and figure out where the exit was sucks.
And typically, I would try and go through the level and get the things,
Nah,
med
whatever.
kits especially. I mean, that's the thing.
Yeah.
But like for brevity's sake, and also, I mean, there becomes a point where you've got just too many items.
Which you've got a lot at this point.
Yeah.
Especially the weapon front.
I mean, I got the bubble gun, I got tomatoes, I got plates. plates aren't even that good.
I didn't care for the fact that your squirt gun has ammo. I'm like, that thing should have unlimited shots.
Yeah.
I mean, don't get me wrong, it's not like you... I mean, you can run out of them. Me and Joey ran out of them before. But like each one is a lot of ammo for the squirt gun, so it does last a hot minute.
Yeah.
What other good... Oh, we're at 9:56. I suppose we should throw the review on this thing. Graphically speaking, what's your opinion?
I think, I mean, the bright colors...
I do love the bright color palette choices.
And they easily could have went dark. I think Ghoul Patrol is a lot darker.
Ghoul Patrol was a lot darker. I think that was one of the complaints we leveled at it when we played it. We're like, it doesn't pop. And everything looks a lot more muddled.
And if you're making a game that's like classic monsters... It is so easy to just be like, it needs to be dark.
Dark and dingy and gray, yeah.
We want it to be scary or representing that, like, you know, classic monster scary feel.
Horror feel, yeah.
But
and this one, they were just like, look, make it pop, make it colorful, make it eye-catching. And it is, and I love that about it. I'll give you that. The sprite works pretty decent. I mean, have I seen better 16-bit sprites? Yes. But these, I think, look really good anyway. Like, they got decent little animations. The main characters, their movements are fluid, and they look great. I used to see this game every time I went to rent games as a kid. I always avoided it. Did you avoid it because you didn't like it, or you weren't interested in it, or did you avoid it just because there was, you know, it never really caught your attention? Because I do remember playing it as a kid, but I probably rented it once, and then probably got my ass kicked in the first 3 levels and never rented it again.
it is...
Never liked zombies. Some people don't like clowns, some people don't like zombies. Oh, God, the baby's here, too?
I was about to say, this is
ants and
the
babies?
return of the baby.
Never gave it a fair shake. That's fair enough. Wow. Hot Snickers, go. You're just trying to find the person.
No. You
one
gotta
health,
kill the
one
baby
health.
in this.
Oh, you have to kill the baby?
Yeah.
Can you just sit on the escalator and throw shit?
Probably. There's a mystery potion. I'm gonna do it. I think as far as like just the
invulnerability.
Yeah, invulnerability.
How long does that last?
I mean, at this point, also it doesn't matter. I can't really do it.
That's fair.
But I think as much as there can be going on in the screen, there is virtually no slowdown.
Yes. I was going to throw that in the gameplay section.
But I think that goes into the sprite work. The sprite work ends up being simple, so then they can have a situation
more of it on-screen moving at once.
Yeah.
I mean, like, you see the baby, he got shorted on his frames because his movies are kind of jerky, but he's also flying so fast it doesn't really matter. Now when he slows down, his animation looks fine.
Oh, look at that face.
Yeah. That reminds me of the baby from Roger Rabbit.
Oh, yeah.
I haven't seen Roger Rabbit forever. The baby
or Robert Ratchet.
Or Robert Rabbit. Yeah, the baby is ridiculous. He's probably the favored boss, really, in my opinion, because he's just so damn funny and ridiculous.
And you've never seen it before, you know. It's
Well, yeah. If you've never seen it before, you're like, that baby's the best thing ever. Sound work. I think the sound design. I mean, there's not a lot of sound other than the music. Like, there are the explosions and the gun noises, but they're so subdued, and the music's so... Oh, like, usually when you play a game, it's the music that ends up being subdued under the other sound. Smash TV had a soundtrack, but it's hard to hear because you're just...
Oh, yeah. Constant gun explosion.
Whereas in this game, it's the reverse. The music is actually loud enough that you can hear it the entire time, which is nice. And the soundtrack's pretty good.
I think it takes the game up a notch. Like, it's the music to me is so memorable. I mean, a lot of this game obviously is memorable, but I don't know, the music is great.
Gameplay. So the gameplay is where the game sort of falls down for me. Now, one, like you said, no slowdown. I can appreciate that because there's a lot happening on screen. Yeah. Plus, everything moves very, very quickly. So, you know, actually, slowdown might help this game a little for me. because that's one of the reasons I suck at it. Is it all moves so fast. The controls are pretty basic. You move, you shoot. There's no real jumping involved except for the trampolines. I guess you kind of hop in the water, but you don't have to like push buttons to swim or push buttons to jump, which is nice. It handles that for you. Like we brought up earlier, it would be nice if you could hit a pause menu for your item select, because otherwise you're just scrolling through it one by one by one. And God, if you click the button one too many times and scroll past the thing, you're like, fuck, now I have to scroll through it again.
And the items are something that really adds a lot to this game. I mean, there's a lot of flavor in the fact that you've got tomatoes or popsicles or plates.
Hey Freya, this is my buddy Dave. He lives next door. We've known each other for a long time, and I know this is one of his favorite games, so I invited him over to play it. He was on back with the Turtles in Time show too back in the day.
It's been a minute.
It has been a minute. Especially like, well, when you brought up, there are certain weapons that affect enemies more. So you're like, oh, well, for the blobs, I want popsicles. But God, if you scroll past the popsicle and you have 20 items, you're like, well, now I have to fucking scroll through them again. It would just be nice if there was an item select screen.
Oh, absolutely.
So you could pause it, take a few seconds, and be like, that's what I want, you know? So I think that hurts the game a little. I'm probably not going to be able to enter a name because I suck. The hitboxes are a complaint that I have.
Yeah, and you know, someone who's probably you know, has a special place that, and I'm unreasonably high on it, maybe. I mean, it is a problem. Like, you definitely feel at times like your hitbox is, you know, easily hit by wayward enemies, but
they
you
are
have to
not.
Oh yeah, the snakeoids, the baby. I mean, you have to be right on in order to damage them, which is a problem when they're huge.
Running like and they're massive. And when you like to blow a hole in the wall, like the sprite indication for it's a pretty good sized bar, but if you're not dead center of it, it doesn't do it. So the hit detection's a little.
Opening cabinets.
Yeah, you have to walk across the middle of the fucking thing.
Right.
You know, I could see if you didn't read the instructions, if you rented this game, I could see you actually playing it and probably never realizing you could even open cabinets.
Oh yeah.
Like for sure, you're just like, oh well, it's a piece of the background, you know, and I don't care. But it's so important because fucking cabinets have all your items in it, you know.
Yeah, there's a lot of randomness to it that you open a cabinet and get lucky.
Yeah.
You get a red potion. You get, you know, a one up. Well, I don't know if a one up. You could get a skull key.
The fact that it could drop a boss key like that is a big deal. The Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde potions are great. First aid kits are necessity.
Oh yeah. I mean that is one of the things that you need to almost memorize first if you play this game.
Hey, Shangus.
Trying to beat it is where all the med kits are in every level because you need to get them.
I don't know. Any last thoughts on it before we say thumbs up or thumbs down?
I'm gonna say that it is. It's not a game that you probably want to just pick up and play just for 10 minutes. I feel like if you really want to give it a fair shake, you gotta play it for an hour.
Yeah. It has definitely, I think, gained cult status at this point. Because you go into the retro community and you're like, oh, Zombies Ate My Neighbors. And everyone's, oh yeah, Zombies Ate My Neighbors. But I don't remember hearing shit about it as a kid.
Oh yeah.
Like you said, you don't remember ever reading about it in Nintendo Power.
Right.
I don't remember it. So I mean, obviously it wasn't really appreciated as a kid or back in the 90s. But it is now.
As we talked about in the beginning, it's a Konami game and a LucasArts game.
And both companies were big makers in the 90s. That's a fact.
And to think that it didn't get a front page on a Nintendo Power is weird.
It is a little strange. But I wonder if it did and we just don't remember it. That's possible, I guess.
I do have a box of Nintendo
Old
Powers.
Nintendo Powers. You have so much crap. I wish I'd saved half the shit from my childhood that you have. I see you open up boxes full of old video games. I'm like, God, I wish I had any of this stuff.
I do actually have the box and the manual for it.
Nice. But not the game?
No, I've got the game.
I was going to say.
I got the cart.
So, your opinion, thumbs up, thumbs down?
thumbs up twice for me.
Thumbs up twice.
I mean, like I said, I think it's one of the top 5 best SNES games.
Oh.
I know that's...
Yeah, top 5's hard, bro.
I mean, for SNES, I mean, it's such a huge catalog to say that. I mean, is like a pretty big boast. But for me, the replayability, I mean, the levels are varied so much. The tile sets are varied.
And there are
so
55
many enemies.
levels. Like, there's a lot of play in this game. And if you get good at it, like, you're pretty good at it. What'd you die on? Like, level 27 or something?
Yeah.
So you made it halfway through. You know, I didn't. I made it to, like, level 15. It's definitely a game where if you play it enough and you continually get better at it, as obviously you would. But, like, it's got some meat on that bone.
Oh, yeah.
You can definitely invest a lot of time into this game. I'm also going to give it a thumbs up. Is it my favorite game on the planet? No, but like we were talking about earlier, this is the 250th game played for the stream, reviewed for the stream, and like I've just played so many at this point, I can't even remember some of the games I've played. So I've definitely had worse games. There ain't no question. I think I've had better games. Yeah, sure there is. But it's a good game, and it's definitely worthy of playing, at least to see if you like it. You know, am I going to run out and get this game myself? No. You own it. I can come over your house to play it. Or, obviously, we have it on emulation if I really want to play it that badly. But, yeah, solid game. Definitely worth a play if you get the chance. So, yeah, 2 thumbs up. Zombies Ate My Neighbors. And there you go. We're going to, without Joey to continue his Resident Evil run, we're just going to see who's online and do a raid at somebody else. And then we're going to call it a night. Dave, I appreciate you coming over and playing with me.
Thanks for having me.
Let's see, we got Renaissance. I don't know what he's playing, but we're going to rate him.
And if Matthew's still watching, thanks for popping in.
Yeah. So, alright guys, thanks a lot for watching and joining us tonight. Being as this game is 250, we're probably going to take at least a week break to kind of gird ourselves for the next set of games.
Next 250.
Yeah, no shit. Been a hell of a long time. 250 games is a lot. I mean, there's 721 games released in the U.S., so that puts us...
Not even halfway there.
I know.
Oh, man.
Puts us about a little over a third of the way into it. Or no. Yeah. Slightly over. But yeah. Goddamn. and I'm hoping to try and squeeze probably another 50 in before Joey goes back to school. So, all right, guys, have a good one. Peace out.